looking at your lookalikes, I basically couldn't find nothing. And basically, all over the internet, do you know what people say about you? That you got the best physique in the UFC. I'm even trying to guess it.
God got it right.
Do you agree with that?
100%. God got his right.
Get the good teeth.
Yeah. Hey. Lovely. I'm looking at you or the camera. You? Yeah.
Lucky you, eh? You can look at me. There was a change up in opponent for this date. How long have you had to prepare for Brady, and what changes did you need to make?
It's very important for me to remain in London. I feel like they sold the card around me, and the whole, I think all the UK as well from my last fight in Manchester, coming back home to represent the UK on a better scale. You know what I mean? I feel like this is my give back to the UK, this performance.
How many people have you fought that have a similar look to Brady, and has he ever faced someone who fights like you?
I have faced many opponents similar to Brady.
Oh no.
Everyone looked at me, including Vicky. I was like, that was him this time.
I thought we were all part of the same Commonwealth out here, but apparently not, right? We got 2 shout-outs. Going to get you to just stop after Sony Sports Network. You know these. You've done these before.
You know how I do it, though. You go first. You know how I do it, John.
You want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Are you getting this? This is for free as well. I'm not even charging for this coaching that we get here. So Leon's going to teach me a couple of wall work techniques in return for this. So, hey UFC fans in India, Leon Edwards here. Support me in the UFC Fight Night main event this weekend. Watch UFC only on Sony Sports Network. Don't mess it up like I did.
John, come on. I'm trying to go off your tongue. Go again. One more, quick.
He's pushing me here, isn't he? Hey UFC fans in India, Leon Edwards here. Support me in the UFC Fight Night main event this weekend. Watch UFC only on Sony Sports Network.
Okay,
now you know.
5 minutes left.
Thanks, bud. Nice to see you.
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Good seeing you.
If this all ends now, if you don't get to go back to that title,
that won't happen. Yeah, that won't happen.
Yeah.
My mentality is not even foreseeing that. You know what I mean? That won't happen, and
you wouldn't be satisfied with what you've done.
I'm satisfied. I've came from nothing, brother. I came from like poverty. You know what I mean? So I'm more than satisfied. I am grateful to God to what I've achieved in my life and what I'm able to give to my family and what the years have let me do with my life. You know what I mean? So I am satisfied. You know what I mean? I'm never ungrateful for what the position God put me in, and I this is what it is. You know what I mean? Whether I win or lose, my faith doesn't change, my mentality doesn't change, and I truly believe that I am where I'm meant to be. And if that's what it was meant to be, and it will be loud, that's what it's meant to be. Now we've got to move forward and crack on and keep moving.
I think, to be fair, like the mindset for the whole camp has been very similar. He seems like very upbeat, very happy, hungry. He's got a little bit of his like aura back, which obviously can be missing when you're tired, like the last match. So I just think he's back to his old self. He looks hungry, looks excited. He's enjoying the training, and he looks in incredible shape, ready ahead of the match. Obviously, a lot of people categorise him as a striker, which his striker is incredible. I think he's the best striker in the division. But if you look at what's won him the world titles, he's being able to beat some of the best wrestlers in the world. So I think it's a little bit of a insult to him to say he's just a striker. I think he's one of the most well-rounded martial artists, and his grappling game and his anti-wrestling game and his wrestling game, which you don't see too often, is at elite level. Sean Brady's good. I don't think it's something that Leon hasn't faced. He's a little bit smaller than I anticipated when we've seen him in person. He has an average submission threat, but in order to get submissions to work, you've got to put Leon down, and it's a long 5 rounds if you don't manage to do that.
Yeah, obviously with the change of opponent, with Sean predominantly a self-proclaimed grappling-based mixed martial artist, but what a lot of people don't realise is that Leon is the modern-day Georges St-Pierre. He can do everything. I've since been working with him, I've got a lot of friends in the grappling community, and they're like, what's Leon's grappling like? The man is incredible. Like, he is an elite level black belt. He's got national to international level wrestling, and everybody knows what his striking's like. So this for me is a grappler versus a perfect mixed martial artist. So I think Leon can do whatever he wants, in my opinion, to finish this fight. the beginning of the 10-week preparation that I've had with him, you know, he's coming back from a long layoff. Like everybody, there's an element of rustiness, but the way he's been peaking these past 2 weeks, and the way he's taken on board the information from week 1 right up until the peak at week 10, like he's an amazing student. Like that's the biggest thing. This whole thing's based on trust. He trusts what we're doing and what I've brought to the table for the team, and he's implemented it incredibly. Like I'm really looking forward to him implementing this new, improved grappling method. You know, it's not just jiu-jitsu and not just wrestling. It's like this hybrid blend that we've got going on, and I think he's going to surprise a few people with what he's going to do. You know, you've got a lot of people with maybe some modern day gyms. They have like a striking-based gym and they have like an anti-grappling system. I'm sorry, but as an elite level grappler that wants to hold you down and beat you up and sub you, you can't just get up, because if you try to just get up, he'll just hold you down. He'll just punch you. You have to give, like at wall work, you have to threaten a guillotine, you have to threaten a switch, you have to threaten a reversal, and you have to threaten a get up. So working on that quadrant, that's going to make the person anxious and not know what you're going to do next. Whereas if you just try to turn and get up, you're going to get broken down, you're going to get put in cross wrist, leg rides, mat returns, and then you're just going to get schooled. So it's really important that you learn all of the functional martial arts that are required for MMA. Like for me, you need international level wrestling, you need a jiu-jitsu black belt, and you need a professional kickboxing, boxing level hands and feet. Like that's baseline. That's before you get to world title level. So for people that are missing out on that, like, yeah, you're missing the wood for the trees, man. Like there's so much to learn. You have to, like for me, it's so important to be amazing at everything. And Leon is that prime example. So look to him as inspiration and think, you know what, if he can do it, I should be doing it, you know.